And, the reality is these terrorists want to disrupt our way of life. They want to deter people from coming to our city. What you will see today and over the course of the next few days is an increased police presence, including an increased armed presence. And they are there to keep us safe and to make sure we can go about our lives without those lives being disrupted by these terrorists.
Thank you for talking to us. We appreciate it. Sadiq Khan there, the Mayor of London.
It's 8:15. You're listening to Weekend Breakfast with Coletta Smith and Chris Mason. If you're just waking up this morning, let's recap what we know so far about the terror attack at London and Borough Market last night. Armed police called to reports of a white van hitting several people on London Bridge just after 10 o'clock last night. Police say 6 people were killed and 3 suspects shot dead by police in the attack in London Bridge. They say a speeding van hit pedestrians before the suspects got out and stabbed members of the public and a police officer. The suspects, they say, were wearing fake explosive vests, and armed officers shot the suspects within 8 minutes of first receiving that emergency call. The London Ambulance Service say 48 other patients have been taken to 5 hospitals and many others were treated at the scene. We can join Stephen Nolan at the scene for us in London Bridge this morning. Stephen, still just coming to terms, I guess, with everything that's going on around you and the scene that's unfolding in front of you.
Yeah, and it was just a few hours ago that I was in our BBC studio in Salford, Coletta. And I remember the time, it was about 8 minutes past 10, and I was interviewing Nigel Evans, Conservative Nigel Evans, about his manifesto. And my goodness, that paled into insignificance when eyewitnesses coming on to our network live, in particular, who told me that he was kneeling down. And her seriously injured. He then told me about looking around the scene on London Bridge, seeing other people lying there unconscious. Second incident at Borough Market, another. He saw a man dressed in red with a red top on, and he had a blade in his hand, and he witnessed this man plunging a knife into another victim. It became very, very apparent that woman was the subject of a terrorist attack. What's happening this morning? So I came straight down to London after broadcasting last night, and eyewitnesses are still on the ground here. A sunny Sunday morning now, but there's nothing normal, obviously, about today. 2 students are with me this morning. Let me just get their names. Good morning to you. What's your name, please?
Hi, Caroline.
Hello there. And you are?
I'm Morgan.
So where were you when this happened?
So we were both coming out of the station to catch a bus on the main road, and we saw the van on the pavement and police cars, then armed in the van and searching inside.
And that van they had stopped, and the police, the 3 men inside it, they were gone and the police were searching it.
Yeah, and there were one man trying to tell the police where to go, in which direction, and there was running in the street. Someone suspect.
The bridge, what was around?
Well, we first saw the buses that were stopped and empty to come out. And just the traffic was stopped, and then at first people were kind of just around the station, didn't really know where to go. Until what, like Caroline said, the police opened the doors of the car, and then they were asking us, and then people starting actually leaving the area. But then a lot of people were also searching for them, calling their families, kind of a bit lost, really.
Do you know where to go? Which way?
Well, we just took a street that was just going away from London Bridge, and we, as the police were asking us to step away even further and further, we were kind of just following the orders, but we stayed there a little bit to see what was happening. Yeah.
And now you know that some people died on that bridge. Other people in Borough Market have been stabbed, and you were so close.
Well, actually, we were coming back from South London, from Brockley, and if we had taken an earlier train, we would have crossed the road. So just a weird feeling thinking about that. And
yeah, it was kind of uncomfortable. It's weird.
You both look relatively young. How old are you? And you've been here a while now?
Yeah, I've been in London since last September. We're both students here. So yeah, it's quite new.
So what do we do? How do we cope with this in our minds? Will you feel safe out at night now in London?
Yeah, I'm still gonna want to go out and do things. In the city, there's so much to do. I think it's gonna do anything. Tourists to come visit, and yeah, there's just so much to do. I don't know. Apart, maybe we're gonna see more police forces around the city. But I think that's what we can expect.
And for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's because we're both French, so we've been using Paris to see police everywhere.